Today, we gotta talk about BAKI HANMA and the Raitai tournament saga. Now, this was one of my favorite arcs in BAKI alongside the prison arc.
What the hell?
But we gotta talk about a few moments. First things first, we gotta talk about Muhammad Ali Jr. By the way, this was a fire concept adding him in the show. But this man, Muhammad Ali Jr., first episode, challenged the Yujiro Hanma, the world's strongest creature, the man who defeated an African elephant and then ate it. Yeah, I'm glazing, but that's besides the point. But this man, Muhammad Ali, basically tells Yujiro, stop doubting me and let me show you what I'm working with. Pause. And this man had the audacity to try to sneak Yujiro. No. This man really tried to throw a punch at Yujiro and he literally ripped his glove right off of his hand. And Yujiro was like, you know what? I'm gonna lay down so I can beat your handicap. Then bro just got up and walked out. He was like, yeah, you got it, big bro. I'm good off that one. And then Yujiro starts crashing out. But let's be honest, is that really a shocker? We seen what Yujiro, we know. Yeah, we know. Then this man, Muhammad Ali, pulls up trying to get involved in this tournament he heard about. It's basically this Chinese tournament that's held only once every 100 years. And try to guess what it's called, guys. I'll give you 3 chances. And he gets pressed by some old heads. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't let them do me like that. But they're talking about they want to see if he's worthy of being in this tournament and all that. And I'm telling y'all, look at this. He put this man straight in a blender. Now you tell me who's worthy. Yeah, that's what I thought. Next, we see this tournament they're talking about finally start. And we see this old guy who's 121 years old. You already know he's tough just based off that alone. If you watch anime, you know the older they are and the shorter they are is clipped. You're getting straight dog walked and a lecture on top of it. But it's right before the tournament and everybody wants to see what Yujiro Hanma is capable of. I'm not gonna lie, they just wanted this as an excuse to glaze him. They know what he's capable of. They heard of the world's strongest man. Strongest creature, I should say. Then the first match starts and we got this nigga Yujiro Hanma 10 seconds into the fight. Rip this dude's face off. Yeah, I don't even know if I can show this part on here. But this dude took his face off and threw it into the crowd like it was one of them t-shirts they shoot out at the baseball games. My nigga, it was a human face. Then we see Muhammad Ali Jr. and this nigga stays flirting with Baki's girl. But we'll get into that a little later, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all stick around though. Then we finally get to see this little cocky son of a fight. And max 2 minutes in, he has this man eating the dirt and developing CTE. I was shocked. I was appalled, y'all. But at the same time, I was expecting it. This is Muhammad Ali Jr. Muhammad Ali's son. So, you know what I'm saying? I was expecting him to give somebody the... Then this man, Baki, who's forcing himself to fight because he got poisoned last season and he never fully recovered. He's looking terrible. He's all skinny, breathing through his mouth, half dead. He looks like Christian Bale in The Machinist. And then he's like, yeah, I gotta lock in. Then we get a little backstage confrontation with Gramps talking crazy to Yujiro Hanma. And to make a long story short, Gramps basically said, you a Now if we're getting technical, if we're getting like really technical down to microscopic levels, I am not letting him talk to me like that. Yo, Yujiro, you gotta swing on him right there. I would've hit him with a crazy haymaker. Then we get to see old man Kaku, the dude who's 121 years old, finally fight for the first time in the tournament. And I'm watching this, I'm mad hype. I'm like, yeah, I finally get to see this old head. Finally about to see what he's got to do. He's fighting a young dude too. And I was like, nah, that young dude's about to get obliterated. And I kid you not, 30 seconds into this fight, this man pulled his pants down and flicked his nutsack, and that was the fight. He just walked off, and that was that. Now if that's not aura, I don't know what to tell y'all, cause that was cold. Yo, I'm sitting there watching with my jaw on the floor. I'm like, did this nigga really just flick his nutsack and that was the fight? And do y'all know what made this 100 times worse? This dude got pantsed, had his schmeat exposed in front of thousands of people because this only happens once every 100 years. The entire world is watching this. And his penis is exposed. Guess who he runs into backstage? This man has to be having the worst day of his life right now. He runs up and gets folded a second time by Yujiro Hanma. Now, I'm telling y'all, I know that car ride home was dead silent. Not a single word was said. That's tough. Then this big, black, beefy specimen, Biscuit, just shows up trying to fight when he's not even in the tournament. I guess he was just on that type of timing today. But we can kind of expect how that ended up for his opponent, because they ended up giving him a match. And this sadistic psychopath Yujiro is dying of laughter after this dude just got folded like a lawn chair. Then this dude Baki, I don't know who he was feeling like right now, but he pulled up on his pops. I guess he was feeling talking about, I want to fight right here, right now, run it, I'll beat your. And his pops was like, yo son, let me talk to you. How you trying to fight and your shoes not even pop? This man Baki really fell for the old fashioned your shoes untied trick. I'm not gonna lie, Baki, he caught you with that one. Caught him lacking like that. And then he had this man pinned up against the wall like how Peter Parker had Flash after Uncle Ben died. Then we cut to Gramps, and this nigga's feeling like a super villain trying to form some Avengers type alliance group with only Chinese people. Because they're saying like only a Chinese person is worthy of winning the tournament, because that's where it originated. So, you know what I'm saying, they form a little team, and then the other side forms a little team. So we got ourselves a little 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series match. Then our first match of this little side tournament, they got Biscuit versus Ron. And we find out that they're both nicknamed Mr. Unchained. That's kind of crazy. This is a battle to see who the real one is. And they start the fight, they're getting a little feel for each other in the ring, and it's cool and all of a sudden, I feel this crazy gust of aura just take me off my feet, because I realize this man Ron is fighting with his hands in his pockets the whole time. I thought that was so tough, but we all know this, all good things must come to an end when this nigga grabs Ron's head and headbutts the life out of him. Then for our second fight, we got Baki versus, I don't even know this guy's name, but be honest, does it really matter? But the match starts, and this man charges Baki and gets folded. I mean, look at this guy's face in the dirt, back arched, straight slump. And I kid you not, no exaggeration, this happened in the span of 2 seconds. This scene was cold, I'm not gonna lie. Look, even Baki's pop had to give him some credit. I don't think I ever seen that before. Man. Third fight, we got my son, Sea King Retsu. Now, we haven't really seen that much of him this season, but he starts crashing out on this random, throwing like 20 punches a millisecond. And this man is so out of it, he doesn't even know why he's standing up. He doesn't even know where he's at, honestly. And then, one last punch, and GG's, he's out of there. So far, Team USA / whatever, they're giving him the work. This 3-0 right now. We got 2 more fights left. And then for our fourth fight, we got Muhammad Ali Jr. versus Kyle Han. And Muhammad Ali Jr., he's just like lightly tapping him just to wake him up a little bit. And then he starts getting a little defensive because he's kind of starstruck because this nigga got them Liu Kang kicks. But that only lasts a few seconds because Muhammad Ali hits him with the nastiest right uppercut left hook combo. And bro actually got up after this. He's like, I got one more in me. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. Trust me. Muhammad Ali's like, yeah, no you don't, bro. Now, it's that time we finally get to see what we've been waiting for. Match number 5, the last one. We got the old nigga who likes flicking nuts versus Yujiro Hanma, the strongest creature on earth. The man who punched a whole earthquake. Gramps just throws his wheelchair at Yujiro and he catches it with one hand. Not even one hand, one finger. And then he starts wheeling Gramps around asking for life advice. I can't make this stuff up, y'all. This show never fails to amaze me. But then Grandpa jumps out the chair and Yujiro, as usual, what do y'all think he does? He starts crashing out, throwing straight haymakers, and he kicks him in the face. And he had a little nosebleed that's probably been building up since 1946. Then his old man says the craziest thing ever. He said, "You almost died," to Yujiro. He starts walking up to Yujiro with his fist stuck out. Just look at how old this wind-up looks. And for the first time in my life, I see my GOAT, the world's strongest creature, running away from this old, wrinkled, slow motion punch. Then he finally catches Yujiro and starts giving this man the work. But I knew something fell off, because this man Yujiro was getting worked with the biggest smile on his face. It turns out he was copying the old man's technique the entire time. It got to the point that he had to fake his own death. so he didn't have to fight Yujiro anymore. Then we got Baki's girl's phone ringing, and tell me why it's Muhammad Ali Jr. calling.
Yo, what's up, baby girl?
And she goes to meet up with bro, and he full out proposes to Baki's girl. Then Muhammad Ali, first up, he finds Shibukawa trying to fight, and this man was feeling on top of the world trying to fight any and everybody. Then he pulled up to fight Doppo Orochi, and I'm not gonna lie, at this point he's okay running through everybody. And then this man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, if I'm Baki, I'm crashing out right here. Pulls up on Baki and his girl talking about, yeah, she's mine now, I'm putting a ring on her finger. Psh. And this man Baki had the realest response ever. Not what I expected. I'm not gonna. I expected him to punch him right in his face, but he, you know what I'm saying, he kept his composure. He's basically saying, I'm not tripping. I'm not about to force her to stay with me. If she wants you, you can have her too. At the end of the day, the money's still calling. Then Ali Jr. pulls up on the coked up, pill popping Jack Hanma, and this is where it starts. Ali Jr.'s nose is crooked, his tongue cut in half, bloody nose, beat up, barely walking, and then he pulls up on Shibukawa trying to fight again after giving him the work last time, but this time, nah. Shibukawa starts dog walking this man. He's talking him through it the whole time while he's beating his He's like, we gotta meet again, big guy. You having fun yet? How was your day? While he's flinging him by one finger. Then this man Ali Jr. again meets up with Baki's girl, all beat up, and no joke, while he's on his date, Orochi pulls up on this man. He pointed at him. He's out the window like he's in a horror movie like Jason or Michael Myers or something. He said, bring your here, and he takes him outside to beat this man up for the third time today. They literally waited one after another, taking turns beating the life out of this man. And then for the final test, this man's limping home, about to go rant to his pops like, yo pops, I got my beat today. And his pops is like, nah, it's not over yet, young blood. Now you gotta fight me. And what do y'all think happens? This man, after all them fights he had today, gets folded by his own pops. Then we see everybody he fought throughout the day, and they're like, Ali can fold Baki, yeah, he got it. This young nigga got some potential. And then it's that time, y'all, what we all been waiting for. It's finally fight day, and I'm here thinking, yo, who's gonna win this? It's gotta be the most hyped fight of the season. And when I tell y'all, 2 minutes into the fight, and Ali Jr. is getting choked out by Baki. It got so bad his dad had to step in. And then we see Ali Jr. backstage on his knees crying his heart out. I'm not gonna lie, I feel him on this. This man got beat up like 5 times today and lost his chances at taking Baki's girl. I'm not gonna lie, Ali Jr., this has to be the most, I'm disappointed in you, man. This was bad. You got beat up like 6 times in a day. But you kept fighting, I respect that. But that's gonna cap off this tournament saga. Make sure I go check it out. It's one of my favorites in Baki. And as always, y'all know what to do. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. And I'ma catch y'all niggas later.